Hey, so in this video I'm going to talk about the design plans for my tiny house and how I got on with the designing process. I'm going to be talking about 5D Planner and Sketchup. So at first I struggled with Sketchup, but after seeing how many other people had used it in their tiny house designs, I decided to just persevere with it basically. And it paid off because I eventually ended up with this little build here. Luckily, I was so pleased to find my trailer online. I was able to download it, and this is the actual trailer that I have bought. So it's 6 meters by 2.5 meters, and I will build the subfloor in 3 sections, and I'm going to use metal flashing beneath, and I'm going to use cork as insulation. This is the general design. I am debating putting more windows in it just for more light, and I found a really good, shop on eBay which is selling them, obviously second-hand windows and doors at reduced rate. I'm looking at getting a stable door, which is where the top part and the bottom part of the door can open independently. And I also have 2 cats, so I'm going to need to buy a stable door with a cat flap. So it's all coming together slowly. This is a more visual design of what it will look like. It also feels like I'm playing The Sims. But yeah, this is just to give you and me a basic idea of what I plan to do. So if you walk in, on the right hand side there's a sofa, which I plan for it to be like a fold-up bed, as well as holding all my batteries for all the power that I eventually gain from going off grid. And I'll also use it for storage. This is where my wood burning stove will go. Obviously it's really small because it's only heating a small space. And then the kitchen is going to be L-shaped, pretty basic. I'll have 2 gas hobs, and the bathroom is going to be pretty simple. I've acquired 2 louvre doors, which I intend to hinge the door, but also put a hinge in the middle of them, like this picture. So 2 people can use them both at the same time. I live in shared accommodation, and it can be a bit annoying when someone is in the shower and you need the loo. So from that inspiration, I want to have that door so it can also be the bathroom door, but also act as the shower door too. So everything will be multifunctional in my house. That's what I plan. So yeah, this is like a secret pantry there. And my original access to the loft was to have like a ladder inbuilt to the bookcase. But then once I started researching, I found way more, like so many ideas exploding everywhere. And I love this picture here. I think this is the access I'm going to use. I love the handrail and the fact that you can store many items of different shapes. And I really like this picture because of the really tall cupboards, which can store like a brush and also like a little pantry slide out cupboard. So I really like that idea. I think the access for my second loft will still be a bookcase with inbuilt handholds, hand things. And I also have, as I said, 2 cats, and we're currently, to get access to my home, they have to go up a ramp, which they're totally fine with. I'm going to have to incorporate that into my build. So I think between the 2 lofts I will have a ramp of some kind, so they can have a loft each. So yeah, it's all falling into place slowly. For the frame, I plan on using 2x4s. I'm going to use pine because it's lightweight, it's sustainable, it's cheap, and it's ready. I can get it easily in the UK, which is great. And it just smells really nice. I like pine forests. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use. Here I'm going to build like a utility box, which will have the gas, and that'll obviously be hooked up directly to the kitchen, which will be just there, and it'll have the water tank just there. So the sink and the shower will be right next to each other, so that the only 2 places I'll need water for. I will probably build a grey water tank, maybe in the bottom of the shower area, What I would like to do is obviously, when I do go off grid eventually, is to have like a grey water filtering system which will eventually drain out into like gravel, and that's the plan. Also, something quite cool that I'd like to do for the bathroom, I want to have the floor, there'll be lots of bottle caps or resin. At the moment I am collecting lots of different metal bottle caps, all individuals, so that's what I envision there. And I also collect kind of alcoholic drink labels. Like I started doing this when I was travelling in like Southeast Asia, where it gets really hot, a cold drink out of the fridge, and then when the label peels off really perfectly. And I started collecting these and I'd keep them in my journal. And I got to a point where I realised I had quite a lot. So I plan to make them line the loft, so as you lay down you can look up and see them, or something like that. So yeah, I think that's the kind of main idea for my tiny house. I do plan on having like a skylight, just let more light into it and act as like a fire escape, also to give you access to the roof, which would be really cool. I ordered my trailer just before Christmas. I think it was like beginning of December actually, and so yeah, it was meant to come end of January, early February, as I said in the previous video. I think due to COVID it's just been delayed. I honestly don't mind because A, I'm finishing off my apprenticeship, and also the weather's not so good where I am. It's snowing and it's windy. The closer it gets into spring, the better. As soon as the trailer comes, it's going to hit the ground running. I've got my cutting list, so I'm going to go to I think 2 different depots and see what's the best price I can get for the materials I need. So if you've seen any design flaws at all, please write down in the comments, and if you have any obviously tips or how I can do things better, let me know. Or I guess thank you for watching this video. I am probably going to go buy some wood very soon, and I'll take you along with me. So I thought I'd give a little update since I did that little montage of my thoughts and aspirations towards my tiny house. So I've been to 2 kind of wood depot places, to MKM and Jewson's. Got 2 quotes. Yeah, I went with the second choice because obviously the first one had like set the bar for the price range. And the second one was just like, yeah, we can beat that, and then gave me a better quote. So I've got my wood just for the subfloor. I got it treated. The rest of the wood's not going to be treated because it's all like internal wood, it's all going to be covered. But just for the ground I got it covered just because that's the kind of like closest contact with, I guess, the outside elements, and then travelling wise and things like that. Tarpaulin. So yeah, I just been to B&Q to look at some tarpaulin to cover it, and I found some which was about 8 meters by 5, so that's a really good size. So obviously when it starts getting bigger I can cover it up, when I'm not working, so I can cover it up. I found some really heavy duty polyethylene, because for the metal flashings below that is an option to get some aluminium, but it's quite expensive, and I think the weight might add up a bit. So I've seen someone else use some like a polyethylene sheet to go underneath. So that's what I plan to do, and it's lighter weight. I know it involves plastic. The plastic is recycled, but I'll ask. I've been using this book quite a lot. It kind of covers everything, and I know it's aimed at houses, but it's got the basic kind of structure that I've been using for like building my walls. So that's been an interesting process. And then I've got and this is my kind of book of notes here, where I write down everything, and that's all my measurements for all the wood and things like that. So hopefully, I think I'm on track. The trailer, which I keep going on about, it's going to be here by the end of February-ish. I've got a friend to pick it up, so they'll be dropping it off for me, which is great of them. So it's all coming together slowly. It's like a gradual build. I think it's all going to happen all at once. So obviously if you see anything in my designs or anything I've talked about where you think maybe there's a better way of doing that, or this is what I would do, feel free to write down in the comments. My bottle cap collection is going well. Just discovered some Iron Maiden bottle caps, which I'm quite excited about. It's got all the album covers, So that's quite a few to collect there, but I'm going to hopefully add them into the design. Got a long way to go, but yeah, it's all falling into place slowly. So I hope you will follow this journey with me and see how it goes, and just to show that making a tiny house is hopefully achievable. If I can build it, then anyone can build it. I hope you enjoy it and learn a few things along the way. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.